then yeah, for me it's better to have like
Yep.
currently it's 2 p.m. on our side, so we can
Yep.
move regular meeting to
Okay.
this time. Perfect. So just quickly the agenda, Roman. As far as I understood, we have done with the scrutinizer.
No, no, no,
You
no, no.
said
Wait, please. We are done with the scrutinizer, but we are currently working with the playground for scrutinizer, so that the guys will
the
be able to.
playground was the playground as a part of the task.
Yeah, it's a part of the task and a part of the estimations. So we
Okay,
did
okay, gotcha.
Wait,
the.
didn't we have the playground before? You sent me a link a while ago, and there was the playground. Are you talking about the updated one with the text field?
Don't use it for now. It's being remade now.
Okay.
So just forget about it. Once it's working. Uh, oh, sorry. I was just confused. We started working on the playground for the deposition, and for
Exactly.
scrutinizer,
Yeah.
it was done.
Okay, that makes sense.
But we just did not deploy it to staging.
Yeah, okay, makes sense. Yeah, because the scrutinizer is already done. The scrutinizer, by the way, the output's very good. Like, it's fantastic. Rami reviewed it. We've tested it. It's very good. Just the one request that we had was we want to make this feature independent from the other requirements, right? So just like a text box on the right of the search by title, where the user can just enter information manually, and then it would use that for the input for the prompts. That's it. And that's already the task I put on GitHub issues. I think we discussed this already, Vitaly. We're on the same page.
Yeah. So then we are done with the scrutinizer, and we are currently working on deposition question. I know it's like it's the second task in the backlog, beside of deployment flow. So we were decided to start working on that to save the time, to not have the delay between the tasks. And today we can officially clarify if something is needed. I know for the deployment flow there is a task, but we haven't given the estimation. We don't give the estimation. Do we need do we have an estimate, Roman, or it's just a, let's say, a new
We did not estimate this
guideline?
I'm sorry, Vitaly. Let's finish the deposition flow issues.
Look,
there's an extra there.
In the queue, deployment flow is higher in priority than the deposition. So we cannot do that. We can do both tasks simultaneously. It's on our own, but we cannot postpone this deployment development principle.
Look.
So Roman, you sent me the document, the doc. Diego should be up in the next 30 minutes, hour. I'll just make sure he's on the same page. If he's okay with it, then we can move forward. I'll put a comment in the GitHub and we can move forward with that specific requirement. But I got your document. I reviewed it. It looks good to me, but I just want to get Diego's input. And if it's if he's okay with it, then yeah, I think we can move forward with that.
Look, I'm sorry for moving priorities. You asked for an extra for scrutinizer, and we checked this. And we even did this, not waiting for the estimation approval. It was about 1 hour to do all of that, maybe more or less. And the only question that is blocking us is in the GitHub issue. Just want to completely finish the scrutinizer task.
Okay.
It's the question about validations.
Sorry, say that again?
It's the question about validations, a comment in the GitHub issue of the scrutinizer.
Let me just open it up really quick. Validations. Okay. Hold on.
I put it to the main scrutinizer task, not to the new one you created, because the first comment appeared there and then you copied it to the new task. Just
okay, so what's the question? Basically, we would ignore all these and just let the user enter text in the text box. right? Or if they have like some information on other, like the idea for the scrutinizer is that basically this feature is for trial lawyers, and in many cases they're not going to use biomechanics or accident reconstruction, right? Like in some cases, maybe they just want to use research scrutinizer by itself without having to use the other components of the product. The way it's designed now is it's like it's a required field. You have to have a biomechanics summary, reconstruction summary, etc. So we were just thinking of adding a text box where the user can enter all that information manually, and then it would be used instead of the previous requirements. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but please note that in case the user puts some bullshit or not enough information to this new text box, we cannot control the output of the scrutinizer, and the
I
quality
understand. That's
of
a good
the
point.
output will be not good enough.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You know, we're
So,
just
like,
adding
what's
a
the
big
minute?
text box,
Yeah.
and you can put whatever there, and you don't have any manual on what exactly or example you see, and if a
So what we could do is put like an example text. So like an example in the text field, and it can have like a quick little paragraph with some information that we can use, right? Like I understand what you're saying. You're saying like if they put any kind of bullshit, it wouldn't be good. But I think we just have to we just have to make sure the user, like, we just have to give them some kind of guidance, right? So if you put like and I can write you some text, you can show that text in the text box as like an example, right? And then they can just enter, and then it'll override that text. Does that make sense?
we can I don't know do this as a separate task. For now, we will add this new text box. But later in a separate task, we can improve it by
think together. How to do it.
No, Vitaly. It would. I think it's sufficient. It's enough to have some example. Like, please see example here, and it will open a pop-up. The problem is that we need the text of this example, and this is what would be nice to have from save. Yeah,
like just the text paragraph, you can put that as an example that they can see, and then when they enter text, it just removes it. I don't know, you know what I'm talking about, right? Should be pretty straightforward.
So do you mean that you want to pre-fill with the example text so that the user?
No. Let me show you an example. I run this app. I'll put this in in the chat. Hold on, like something like this. Very straightforward here.
You want a placeholder with the text?
No, I have to send. Hold on, let me send it in WhatsApp. I'll send it to you guys in the group. Hold on. Like something like this, right? So you can see like an example text, right?
Like a mask before you start typing.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like you start to type, it disappears.
Exactly. Yeah, I can write you the text, and then basically as like it'll be like a guide. Look, if the user puts in bullshit or whatever, you can't. It is what it is, right? You just have to. You give them some guidance, and like if they don't do the accident reconstruction, they don't do biomechanics, and they enter some bullshit, then it's okay. I think it's okay if the output
they always
is not,
can do it. Like there is many fields in the system where they can put the bullshit. So we cannot
exactly. Yeah, we just have to guide them. But this is just for the case of if they want to use this feature. This feature should be an independent feature. It shouldn't be there shouldn't be requirements before in previous steps. That's all, right?
For us, validation is if the user enters at least one symbol to this text box, we allow the user run the scrutinizing process.
Yep, I think that's fine.
So the responsibility of the quality of this text entered is the user's responsibility.
Yeah, exactly. And we'll provide some guidance. Like I said, we'll provide like a paragraph they can kind of follow a format. And then that should be fine.
In this case, I think we are almost done with this change. No need to add an extra estimation for this. It took
just finished that.
Okay, great.
Okay, cool. So in terms of what's next and what's currently doing, we're developing. We are working on deposition, right? And simultaneously, we will agree on this deployment / development flow, like as a task, that we will work on simultaneously. Like it's just a development process change. So
Vitaly, I'm sorry. As far as I remember, we agreed that the deposition questions task should be done in the new development flows. So currently we are working locally, I guess, and then we will have to somehow use the new.
Yeah, we will deliver the both. Like, I mean, we are working on deposition questions, but yeah, it will be delivered using the new flow already.
Yeah, sure. And regarding the deposition questions, say if I've put the design link, the latest stage, please approve or comment so that we could start working on the front end part. I mean, the markup. Because now it's not good if we start doing the markup and then you will come up with
I understand.
changes to the design.
Yep. I just your comment right now. Give me like 20 minutes. I'll review it and I can message back.
Take your time. Just wanted to tell you about this comment.
Awesome. Okay. Good stuff. Do you want to discuss the next task or just finish this first? Because we have a pretty good idea of what the next task is going to be.
To be honest, it will take some time to develop the deposition, but if you want, we can discuss the further steps.
Let's finish. Let's just finish deposition. No worries. Let's finish deposition.
You can announce. If you can announce the next task, say.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we had it in your estimation, but I think we did. But the one thing that that's not working, and this is again before my time, before I joined, but you guys know that there's like a demand letter output that we have to generate, right? From all this information, from accident reconstruction, biomechanics, and then there's a button that says, I guess, download demand letter, and then there should be like a demand letter, right? So I would say this is probably the next task. I have a lot more clear instructions for this feature. Like I have the final output and some of the prompts. I would say like for the next task, we should probably do like a playground, put up like a demand letter on playground just so we can test and experiment with the prompts. So that's probably going to be the next task is the playground for the demand letter.
But as far as I remember, this was estimated without playground.
I know, that's what I'm saying. The thing is for this, the reason why I think it's important for us to use playground, as you guys know, like if you guys do a bunch of work, develop it and then deploy it on production or testing, right? And then we're like, hey, this doesn't, then you have to go back and change things. It's just better. I think it's a good practice for a lot of the stuff that requires like prompts just to do this on playground. If it's not a lot of work, I think it's, or if you prefer, I can probably just work on this independently on like my own play. Like I can do this with like Diego, like work on the prompt. And once we get the prompt right, I can just send you would that be better?
I don't think it will take too much time on doing this playground.
It will take. It's very easy. Yeah, it shouldn't take. It
will be
but the thing is,
like a part of the bug.
Sorry, go ahead.
But anyway, this will take some time. That was not put into estimations, and in case we run close to the max values, then this additional tasks will.
Well, this is like the demand letter is already in the estimation. I'm just saying, like, instead of building the demand letter and for us, for example, I foresee maybe Rami's not happy with the output. It would be better if we do something more simple where it's on like a playground. I can review with Rami. He's like, yeah, this is good, and we can build it. I think that's a better practice, right?
And in general, having a playground in the system way better than to build it separately because. It will be fully integrated into the database, into all the processes. And initially, all that playgrounds on biomechanical tab and accident reconstruction, it was initiated by our side because Pavel especially and Roman, who were testing initially, they faced this issue. Like a lot of data, you just get the input, get the output, and you don't know why.
Yeah.
You got this output and it's like a black box. You cannot debug.
I agree.
And this was the idea of the team to start covering with explanations and then later on with the fully fledged, let's say, playgrounds and step-by-step calculations.
Yep. Yeah, I agree.
System, it's important to understand why the numbers are exactly these ones, but not in others. Yeah.
Yep. I agree.
Perfect.
I agree. We have some time before we do that. I'm going to look at the task on GitHub. I'll just make sure it's fine. I'll talk to Rami for the demand letter. And then once we can agree on that, then we can maybe next week, we can start to, or later this week, when you guys are ready to discuss the demand letter, we can put that into the new task.
Yeah, the idea is from our side. Yeah, the idea is to keep things going without the delays. So the only thing I want is when we finish task C, the task D is fully clear, estimated, approved, and we just can switch to it.
Yep, I agree. So for deposition piece, we have the playground first, and then we'll do it on production. What's the, give me like a rough estimate of how long that will take.
Yeah, I will check the docs. I'll write you and Rami regarding the numbers. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good, man.
By the way, safe, sorry. You said that as a part of your further plans was to discuss the changes to the mechanism where we defined lots of parameters when examining the pictures, the damages.
Yep.
When are you planning to get back to this, to discussing this?
Yeah. That's a good question. So let me give you guys some context. So basically, the guy that's working with us, Diego, I have a task for him. It's in GitHub issues. You want to take a look at it. Basically, he built like a UI where it's, because right now the issue is, as it's kind of a black box where we don't really know what data sets are being used. The prompts have to be adjusted. There's a lot of experimentation required. So he built like a UI where we upload images and then we can manually do the damage classification and then use that to train the AI. So I will tell you, like, we're still kind of experimenting with it. I think this piece should be done internally because I think as we mentioned before, Roman, we talked about this, but the method of doing the classification, I just think needs a lot more research and thought and iteration. And the task isn't very clear. So I don't know if I want to give you guys this task because it's not very clear to us yet. Do you know what I mean? So until we have like good clarity on the best approach to do it, I'm going to just leave it aside. I'll have some more information like in a few days. We have a call tomorrow with Diego, who's building this, and we'll kind of understand what the require. Because right now we're still kind of experimenting with the best approach for.
Yeah, no problem. Just curious what approach you decided to try. The one.
We're gonna do like a UI. So we're gonna build like basically a UI, right? Where me and Rami will go in, and it'll be manual in the beginning. It's fine, and we're just gonna do the classification. There's like a UI where you can enter 0, 10 for each image, and we're just gonna keep doing that to train, so that we can input the right classification, use that, label those image sets to be able to train the algorithm. Does that make sense?
So you are planning to try the approach where the questions similar to the ones Rami is asking himself when he tries.
Exactly. That's exactly it. Yeah, and the best way to do this is have Rami sit in front of a computer with this UI, and also it helps us visualize the flow because the data pipeline, right? Because like I said, right now I don't like. There's a few issues. Like I don't even know if we're using the latest data sets because apparently there's a lot of changes. Like for example, Rami just put in like 600 new pictures yesterday, right? So there's issues of like making sure we have a centralized area where we can put all the data set, and then 2 is actually having Rami sit in front of it and just like manually take a look at those images and do the classification, and then we use that to train. That's kind of the idea. So it's inspired by what you discussed. Yeah, I think the best thing to do with this is you have to have someone who is trained, who understands the damages, to basically give the feedback and enter it. And that's going to be Rami because he knows.
Yep. I'm happy to hear that because before he didn't have time to do this manually.
No, we're gonna do it together, and it's gonna take some time because we have to go through like hundreds. But I think that's the only way to do this properly. So yeah, like I said, this is something that we're gonna just do internally because it does require a lot of like Rami's time. You know what I mean? So it's better let us handle that piece, and then once that's ready and working, we can discuss how we can merge it on the staging branch. But for now, it's just leave it aside for now. Yeah. That make sense?
Yep. Thanks for the update.
Yeah. So deposition. So we're gonna work on the playground, and then you want me to give you basically feedback on the UI. The UI hasn't really changed much since I saw the same UI a while ago. I'm opening it right now.
There's not really need approval or feedback, as I told you. The developer is planning to start the markup development with no functionality.
But when do you want me to give you feedback for the UI? Do you mind if I wait until Rami's up, like 3-4 p.m. my time? Is that okay?
Yeah, no problem. We will start some basic things.
Okay, I'll comment on GitHub and I'll ping you on WhatsApp when it's ready. And then I also messaged Diego to take a look at the Telegram group and give feedback on the state
Okay.
DevOps piece.
Perfect.
So I think we're on the same page. I think we're good.
Awesome.
Okay. Then yeah.
Guess we are done.
Yeah, and then the third thing is I'll work on the demand letter proposal. There's a few changes, but I'll just take a look at the GitHub issue and I'll just make sure that we're on the same page there, and then I'll let you guys know maybe by end of week, so that like you mentioned, Vitaly, we don't have any delays, so we can keep on doing things sequentially. So I'll ping you guys like Thursday, Friday this week and say, hey, here's the final proposal for demand letter. If there's anything new or extra, we can do the estimation for it. I think the only thing is we'd like to put this on Playground, so there's going to be some work there. But yeah, aside from that, I think we're on the same page for it.
Perfect.
I had a question actually. How difficult is it right now for our system to generate images? Like for the demand letter, we wanna this doesn't have to be for MVP, but this is something that like ideally we'd love to have, because I think it's a very nice feature. But in the demand letter, it would be nice to have like an image of the two vehicles. It doesn't have to be like realistic image, and doesn't have to be like the actual vehicle itself, but just like showing the orientation of the vehicle.
Something schematic.
Yeah, like a schematic, but showing like, I can show you an example, but I don't know how difficult, I mean, I've done a lot of work with GPTs for image model, and I can show you an image, but it would be really nice to do something like this. If it's difficult,
we can try,
okay.
But just have to mention that the same as with text generation, the image generation via API is a bit different from the one we have on the Chat GPT. So OpenAI API and Chat GPT works a little bit different.
It does,
and
yeah.
Sometimes things that you can, like on ChatGPT, you have better results. Like again, ChatGPT, on ChatGPT, you can generate images, and it was working maybe half a year or more. But via API, they have released GPT image only a few months ago, and you have to go through KYC to get the access to it. It's important.
Yeah. So I run another company. It's like a children's book generator using AI. I work a lot with GPT image model, and you're right. There are some differences to the chat version and the API, but the API is pretty good, man. It works really well, and we already have like a KYC account. So
yeah, it's just a subject of small research. Like try to get correct prompt and to see what it gives.
Yeah, I can do some experimentation on that, and if it's good enough, maybe we can, because I think it'll be really, the idea is like the demand letter is the most important piece, right? So all the information from accident reconstruction, biomechanics will be put into this demand letter, and it'll make it very strong, research-based, data-driven. But I think if you want to go a step above and really wow the clients, if you have some very simple like schematic image of the vehicles, like I sent you an example on chat, that would be awesome. But I can do some experimentation and see if the image model can get us this results with the right kind of prompts, and if so, maybe we can discuss that.
Of course.
Okay, but it's not necessary. This is not for MVP. This is something that be like maybe we can we can discuss it later. It's fine. No big deal.
Perfect.
Okay, I think we're on the same page, guys. I think we're good. All right. Well,
awesome.
I have a bunch of homework on my end. I'll get back to you guys very soon with.
Sure. Let's be in touch if we need another short call earlier than the next Monday. We can jump in and just do things. Keep things moving.
Yep. Sounds good, man. All right, guys. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Have a good day to you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye to everybody.